Mrs. Elizabeth Spencer, our music consultant. And weren't those costumes wonderful and all the scenery on stage? We have Miss Lopez to thank for that. Mrs. Lopez, please come out. Okay. And those dances were just fantastic. Miss Shelley Weissner is our dance consultant. And weren't they made up beautifully? Miss Grijalva coordinated all of that. She's our makeup specialist at the school. And the beautiful cover that you have on the program was designed by a fifth grader, Mr. Brennan Alawney, and also our art assistant, Miss Lynn Davis. Okay, I don't think she's here tonight. And on the spotlight back there, Miss Nina, she's responsible for our costumes, our program, and the spotlight. And Mr. Gonzalez usually does our taping, but he had an accident on the way in. And so Mrs. Koenig, would you please come to the stage? She just stepped right in. Thank you very much, okay? And Miss Watson, who was backstage, making sure that when the children forgot their lines, that she prompted them and they remembered their lines and kept going. I'm sure you enjoyed those wonderful raps, and they were arranged by Mr. Abe Marcor. I think his family is here tonight. And Mrs. Willette Carter wrote lots and lots of our script along with the teachers. And I would like to thank all of you for coming out tonight and supporting your children. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. How can I forget you? Jill Brown and Rob Gary were on the sound system. Hey. And on the curtains, we had Louis Mendoza and Elizabeth Robles. And we had a real technical crew backstage. Would our backstage crew please come out? They really helped. Now, I'd like for all of you to take a bow because you deserve it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, at this time, I also
want to say, we love you, Mrs. Grigg. We love you, Mrs. Grigg.
Thank you.
We love you, Mrs. Grigg.
Thank you, Pam. Okay, and at this time I'd like to thank our parents. Now, all of you are fourth grade parents, at least most of you are, and you know that our fourth graders are off to SeaWorld next week. And all of the selling that you see going on out here, the raffles, that is going to support that trip. I hope the fourth grade teachers are back now because they're going to hold the raffle. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much.
you've all found some place to sit or stand. I hope you can all see all of our beautiful children. They're very, very excited to be doing this for you, as am I. I do want to mention my incredibly wonderful assistant, Janina. I couldn't do any of this without her. She does a tremendous amount of research for our geography and science program and just helps. Oh, you can't hear a thing. Okay. All right, we're all going to have to speak a lot louder. I was just thanking my wonderful assistant, Janina, for all of her great help. I couldn't do any of this without her. You will get a good feel for our elementary program from the songs that we sing, and you'll learn some things that we study. We hope you enjoy our wonderful concert.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Montessori Schoolhouse concert. We are very excited to share with you some of the songs we learned this year. We have songs for geography, history, science, and even math.
Some of our songs are old favorites and classics, and some are Montessori Schoolhouse originals, written especially for our class. They help us to remember what we have learned and to have fun whatever we do.
So sit back and enjoy, and you might even learn something too.
We have studied vertebrates, animals with backbones, before, but this year was the first year we named the invertebrates, even though they lived on Earth first. Their names are hard to pronounce and even harder to spell.
On the first day of school, when we're invertebrates, the ones without backbone. On the second day of school, we learned their names, and I was not alone. There are 5 vertebrates, fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals are the 5 groups of vertebrates. Vertebrates, the ones with no backbones. These are insects like flies and arachnids too. Spiders for me and for you. There are mollusks too. Snails and octopi, crabs and worms, slimy starfish, crustaceans and echinoderms. Snails and octopi, crabs and worms, slimy starfish, crustaceans and echinoderms.
We love looking at the timeline of life, how the earth began and how life was formed from the first cells to mammals. Of course, one of our favorite eras was the time of the dinosaur.
Triassic, Jurassic, Cretaceous. Such difficult words, my gracious. They happened, you know, a long time ago, for these were the dinosaur ages. Triassic, Jurassic, Cretaceous. Such difficult words, my gracious. They happened, you know, a
and Cro-Magnon, and we even ate an early man meal of fish, greens, and berries. But most of all, we love saying Australopithecus. Can you say Australopithecus?
Australopithecus.
We did it.
Very good.
Oh, early man lived long ago. He gave us tools and fire. He worked so hard to gather food that he could never tire. With love that old Neanderthal, he made us humans after all. Oh, early man lived long ago. He gave us tools and fire.
As part of our United States studies, we traveled back in the time to 1849 and went across the country in a covered wagon. It was during this memorable trip that we designed and sewed the beautiful quilt now hanging here.
We're bound for the old west in our covered wagon. We're bound for the gold in the year 49. We're packed of our flowers, eggs, chickens, and leather. We're gone from Missouri, independence so fine. We'll meet Sioux and Cheyenne on the Oregon Trail ride. We'll eat our hush puppies with butter so right. We'll live the North Bridgers so tired and thirsty. It's a long road before us, but we're pioneers tonight. Yes, it's a long road before us, but we're pioneers tonight.
And flew across the Atlantic Ocean to Europe, to Old England and the Queen. We were charmed by Big Ben and the Tower of London, and loved all the funny English words for things like chip for French fries, biscuits for cookies, and lifts for elevators.
Well, here we are, England, you're the best. England, you're the island nation we all first hailed from. We love your team, England, and your queen. England, your palace and your guards, your royal mom. We love the trumpets, England, jam and crumpets, England. Your lobbies are the very best around. We'll all be friends, England, USA, and England. So let us dance together and you'll see. Just bring your tassels, England, and your castles, England, and we'll dance together throughout history. Yes, we'll dance together throughout history.
Trying to sort out the differences between England, Great Britain, and United Kingdom was very confusing To help us remember that Scotland is part of the United Kingdom, we learned this old Scottish tune, Aiken Drum. Haggis is a Scottish dish made of oats and suet or fat.
This is fine. He's cold with me.
There was a man lived in the moon, lived in the moon, lived in the moon. There was a man lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. And he played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. And his hat was made of cream cheese, of cream cheese, of cream cheese. And his hat was made of cream cheese, and his name was Aiken Drum. And his coat was made of roast beef, of roast beef, of roast beef. And his coat was made of roast beef, and his name was Aiken Drum. And his breeches made of haggis back, of haggis back, of haggis back. And his breeches made of haggis back, and his name was Aiken Drum. There was a man lived in the moon, lived in the moon, lived in the moon. There was a man lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. Learning math is not always easy. Our next song helps us with our addition and multiplication, and reminds us that numbers are fun.